left off. I think it's like a morbid note of killing her, so then Mr. Protagonist man waits until he dies. Forever? Rena turns bright red, steam rising from her head as her brain short-circuited. Yeah, she definitely likes him. She's especially weak to this sort of talk. It's quite rare to find someone this fun to tease. I mean, have you ever read a romance novel, Rena? Huh? I haven't. Never read any before. From that response, I gathered she was interested in them, but was too embarrassed to actually buy one. I couldn't imagine what would happen if she did read one. She'd probably turn red and pass out. Oh yeah, message from Mum. She says thanks for the pickles. Oh yeah, like you had one. Maybe not one, maybe some for breakfast. It was nothing. You're welcome. How were they? Head tilt. Not too salty? They weren't that salty. Actually, they had a pretty light flavour to them. In a good way or a bad way? Okay. It would have been fine to just be honest and say they were good, but apparently I couldn't be that forthright. You're mean. I'd like to ask something before that. Were you the one that pickled them? Who pickled them, Rena? Or was it your mum? Huh? Why do you ask? Were they too saucy? Her attitude completely changed as she began to panic frantically. Was it you, Rena? Or was it your mum? Why are you asking who made them? Why? Depending on who made them, my opinion of them might change drastically. Huh? She counted frantically on her fingers, trying to remember the amount of salt she used to pickle them. What, like teaspoons or something? Or like individual grains of salt? How? I don't understand that. It wasn't like I was trying to tease her, but I couldn't stop myself. Guys who take pleasure in this kind of thing are probably the worst. Guys like me, yeah, you're terrible. Fortunately, there are guys worse than you, but if only that was the worst. Rena nervously opened and closed her mouth over and over, trying to muster a response. It was me. Delicious. Huh? Pretty good, just like the last ones. They went perfectly with the rice. Her face went bright red again. She was completely spacing out. It truly was a lot of fun to tease her. I pray that Rena never gets taken advantage of by some lowlife. Yeah, like you. Terrible person. Keep at it, Rena. I'll train you until you handle it like the average person. Yeah, you're terrible. You're just coming up with excuses, actually. Really, you like her, you just don't want to admit it. Yeah, also I decided for myself. I don't know if I read that before. Let's go. If we keep Neon waiting, we'll never hear the end of it. Seeing as she... Oh, no, that was him. Seeing as she just basically kept... I'll just start that over again. Seeing as she just keeps spacing out otherwise, I called Rena back to reality so we could make our way to school. This strange, easily flustered girl is Rena Ryugu. Yeah. I've only known her for about a month, but I've come to realise it's not just her name that's strange. Ooh, new music. So, it's actually other people as well, it's not just him. Aww. Mi-chan! Good morning! Coming up to the next rendezvous point, we saw another person waiting for us. Noticing us, she waved. Ooh. Ah, finally, you two are late. Usually you're the one who's late. In In sharp contrast to the diligent Rena, this one marched to the beat of her own drum. She's beyond Sonozaki. For what it's worth, she's our senior and head of the class. Okay, wait. I don't know, and I'll just ignore that. Morning, Rena, and it's been a while, Kei-chan. How many years? I was only off 2 days. You don't say. You were so much cuter back then. Mion's gaze started at my chest then dropped straight down, focusing on the point between my legs. So she was saying it was my crotch that was cuter back then. That? What? Before you ask, just to be clear, I've never actually tried to show it to her. You just did it on accident. I've grown quite splendidly. You'd be surprised. Where is this game going? Can I actually even show this on YouTube? Not only is he bigger, but he has a little mustache now. Being so engorged with energy every morning is quite a problem though. I'll introduce you next time, so be sure to greet him properly. Don't say next time. Right now it's just fine. How about letting the little guy get a breath of fresh morning air? Okay, seriously, where is this going? They don't seem old enough for this. Okay. I don't think I've ever heard a walk so dirty you could smell it fouling up the morning air like before. Neon sure does act like an old man sometimes. Gotcha. Time for the big reveal. Hope you don't regret it. No, don't. As my hand reached for my fire, Rena began to ramble in a near panic. Hey, what are you talking about? What are you talking about? Red-faced and flustered, Rena tried to play dumb, but it was obvious she knew exactly what we were talking about. How dare you taint that person's mind? How was it? Seeing the city again. Neon switched gears, dropping the dirty talk, and changing the topic to something more befitting the pleasant morning. Good, I'm glad I don't have to keep talking like that. I only went for a funeral, I didn't have much time. So yeah, did you look for it? That thing I asked for? You're not listening at all. I just came back from a funeral. I didn't have any time to go look around in toy stores. Tut. Toy stores and hobby shops are completely different, you know? It's really difficult to get Western stuff around here after all. Is this about games again, Mi-chan? Mion nodded proudly as Rena giggled. Yep, I wanted Kei-chan to bring me back a Westport catalogue, you see. I don't see. Oh, okay. Westport was short for Western imported games. Using that abbreviation did make it sound pretty geeky. You can just get them to send you one in the mail, can't you? Well, guess I have to now. I'm going to get another game full of hot action. Wink wink. This time I'd like a game that's easy to understand. Neon's a board and card game enthusiast, and I hear she collected quite a lot of different ones. According to Rena, Mion's room has kind of become a museum for domestic and foreign games. If there's a game you'd think I would understand, let me play too. Heh, of course. If Kei-chan is up for it. I should warn you though, they're pretty tough. Just what I want. I play all sorts of games, I don't intend to lose. Yeah, sure, be confident, Mr. Whoever. Or is it one of them? I don't know. Whoa, then we'll let you in the group this time, I guess. I guess. Bristling with joy from head to toe, Rena looked back and forth between me and Mion. Mion gave her an affirmative wink and her expression perked up even further. I thought boys preferred playing outside more, so I figured you wouldn't want to. Renan laughed happily. Yep, definitely into him. From such friendly conversation, you wouldn't think I had moved here less than a month ago. I understand that they did all they could to make a transfer student like me feel at home. I have to try harder to fit in, so they won't feel like they have to try to make me feel welcome. I felt like if I acted a bit more open than I usually am, it should probably be about right for this place. Hinamizawa was a really small village. Not only was there only one school, but there was only one class. Oh, okay, so that thing about being a senior and head of class makes sense now. She's like older, but there's only one class. That class encompasses all different grades and ages. There are about 30 students at different levels. We're all studying the same class. I don't think I've had anything even that small. I've been in a small village. Once. Yeah, I'm told that, long ago, there used to be a bigger school building, and they had actual separate classes. However, it seems something happened that made it become a single class, and now it's stayed that way, out of tradition. Did they only have, like, one teacher? I was shocked at first, but humans adapt pretty quickly. I've already gotten quite used to it. The sound of children playing started right from the morning. Now that I think about it, I wonder why they moved. With such a lively mood, it felt more like a kindergarten than a proper school. Not that that was a bad thing. Mion, who had been walking in front of us up until then, suddenly let me take the lead. Right in front of the classroom door. So I was meant to slide the door open and enter the room first. Heh. Too bad, I wasn't going to fall for that again. I think you'd give up the lead here. You meant for this to be a test of my skills. Whole Chunny section. Mion chuckled with a haughty smirk on her face. What is it, you guys? Step back, Rainer. It's dangerous. She's here. Huh? Then Satoko-chan is? Huh? Her name was Satoko Hojo. She was a disrespectful, impudent, bossy kid. The way she talks was annoying, but it would be immature to get worked up over just that. I really like the words which I use in this conversation. All the fancy stuff. The real problem was this. Quite the obvious trap. A black board eraser wedged in the door. It's too obvious to Toko. A haughty laugh came from beyond the door. Is that just what Chief wanted you to think? Excellent, Kei-chan. I guess that means you win this round. No, this is the Toko we're talking about. I doubt this is it. After falling for such traps since the day I transferred, I no longer let my guard down. Satoko liked to combine a variety of traps. Traps that were simply there to bait you into the main one. Traps that relentlessly kept coming at you like just one sadistic Rube Goldberg machine. The list goes on. As well as being clever, they almost never misfire. That's impressive. When you least expect it, she strikes. No escape, no time to relax. By the looks of it, this eraser is normal. No rocks or anything in it. I took a pretty heavy hit from a blackboard eraser loaded with rocks on my first day. Oof. So then why don't you just open the door and let it drop? Open the door. Yeah. Start again. Open the door and then just, step to the side to avoid anything. That's what it is. That's what Satoko was after. Making me focus my attention upwards, so as I lifted my hand to the door, there were thumbtacks stuck to the sliding door handle of tape. That's really terrible. A flooding trap indeed. potent and terrifying trap, yeah! Concealed by using the blackboard eraser. An impressive combination, Satoko. With the end, nothing more than the trivial machinations of a child. Or machinations, or however you want to say it. Assured of my victory, I threw the door open and stepped into the room. Why did you step into the room? That's obviously a mistake. Anyway, I felt something strange at my ankle. It was similar to a sensation of a jump rope catching on my leg. By the time I realised she had me, hook, line and sinker, it was already too late. I certainly hope it's not fishing rod line. I began to fall in an almost picturesque manner. Kei-chan, watch out! Instinctively reacting to Mion's shrill warning, I twisted my body in midair before I landed on the floor. Ow, ow, ow! An inkstone, filled to the brim, was placed right next to where I would have landed. I shudder, imagining the situation had I landed square on it. You're terrible, why? Hey my, what do we have here? A fair morning to you, Keiichi-san. Aren't you a lively one this morning? I feel like she's gonna be like terrible supervillain, genius girl who hates everyone. She's gonna make a perfect murderer. Anyway, still sprawled in an awkward position, I was greeted by a mocking voice. That was a step up from the usual trap, Satoko. I haven't the faintest idea what you mean. You're quite unlucky this morning. Unlucky? There was tax and whatever that was, and the inkstone thing. Well, that's not just unlucky, that's definitely intended. Anyway, you little... Ow, ow, ow. What's this time? Ooh, it seemed I'd inadvertently sprained my back a little when I'd landed. Better than landing on that inkstone. Yeah, you're terrible. You're a terrible person. A small hand gently rubbed my head. Pain, pain, go away. Oh, how nice. The small, dainty hand continued to gently stroke my head. You didn't sprain your back or anything, did you? Okay, is literally everyone in this class girls or something? If you rub it like this, the pain disappears. I thought about asking how rubbing my head would help my back, but I didn't. It's not so much about what you actually do, it's the thought that counts. I'll keep that in mind when you get murdered. Yeah, thanks Rika-chan. The pain's going away now. Yeah, totally going away right now. Hey, Rika-chan, good morning. Good morning to you, Rena. Good morning to all. Rika-chan greeted each of us with an adorable little bow. It was infectious. Ren and Mion and I all bowed back. You're such a good kid, Rika-chan. Yes. Oops, wrong button. So much better than Satoko. Exactly. I glared over in her jet. I glare in your general direction. Anyway, Satoko was whistling while rather deliberately trying to avoid eye contact. Aha! She is the very model of a very good girl. A good girl wouldn't set those nasty traps. Nothing but lies and slander. Exactly what proof? Why? I picked up Satoko by her collar. By the back of her collar. She looks like a most behaved cat when I do this. But a cat wouldn't be setting traps. You obviously haven't had a cat. Siege's much harder to deal with. I'm sorry. Oh, I'm sorry. Try saying that. If you won't say it, I cocked my index finger on my palm, letting it tremble as I brought it closer to Satoko's forehead. That's nowhere near enough function. I'm against violence. You don't even have any proof. Just so you know, my forehead flick really hurts. It can split plywood right in half. Eek! Stop! Get away from me, you beast. Don't say that in a way people will misunderstand. A small hand tugs on the back of my shirt. It's gonna be Mr. Nice. She's been lonely since you were gone for 2 days. Mika-chan really is just so... How could I do anything more after being told that? I gently released my grip on Satoko, who was at this point on the verge of tears. She still had her eyes clenched as she brushed herself from her forehead flick. It doesn't bother me. Apologise for my voice. You mustn't cry, Satoko. Keep on fighting. Yeah! Rika gently patted her head of her prankster friend. You'd never guess first you were the same age. No, they seem about the same age. I think Satoko could learn a thing or a million from Rika-chan. Next time, set an even more amazing trap. Don't encourage her. Wait a minute. As she observed the scene, Rena's expression grew ecstatic as she began to swoon. How Satoko-chan is crying. So cute. You can't take them home. Oh, but they're so cute. You can't, no matter how cute they are. But just for a bit, it's fine. It's fine. Rena kept a cutesy face, even as outrageous ideas spewed from her mouth. According to Mion, Rena is ridiculously weak to cute things and always tries to take them home. Object or person. Stealing is bad, but abducting people is even worse. Give it up. Then I can just look, just looking. That should be fine, right? Right? Stalker girl? Okay. As I said before, this is definitely the face of a murderer. Yeah. So Rena swooned over Satoko's crying form. I mean, she's even, like, enjoying someone else's pain. If a girl ever goes missing in Hinamizawa, I'll be forced to turn Rena into the authorities. Forgive me, Rena. I'll be sure to bring you care packages when they put you away. The teacher's coming. Quickly, clean everything up. That inkstone is yours, right? Just from Mion's single statement, the entire mood of the room shifted back to normal. The inkstone was bad, but the thumbtack sticking to a door handle was an even bigger problem. Yeah! I pulled the tape off carefully, making sure not to skewer myself. Don't leave that for your teacher to impale themselves on. That's just a terrible thing. Even though Satoko was the one who set it up, everyone had to put it up, pick up after her. She's a terrible person. By the time the teacher entered the room, the bed lamp from before had been neatly tidied up. Ah, we made it in time. Rise, attention. Mion gave up the morning commands. So on that note, I think that's where we'll stop it for now. Okay, so this is from the teacher's perspective, but anyway, leave that for next time. So, hope you enjoyed. Again, leave any suggestions in the comments, and I'll see you next time. I've said that already, didn't I? Anyway, see ya.